Well, let's talk then about his return with our chief foreign editor, Rob Parsons. And as I say, Rob, politically, his return is something of a risk, isn't it, for Bolsonaro?
It is a risk. You know, he's in lots of different ways. I mean, he's a relatively young man in political terms, so there's no reason why he shouldn't go on at the age of 67. But, you know, he's been out of the scene for the last 3 months. He's said contradictory things about what his intentions are. 1 minute saying that he's got no intention of carrying on leading the party, the Liberal Party, in the elections, but then just a couple of weeks ago saying that his mission in Brazil is not over yet. And there's no doubt that within the country, he still has a lot of support. You know, about 30% of people say that, you know, they support him. 50% of people believe he wasn't responsible for the riots on January the 8th that stormed the building in Brasilia. So there is support out there, and his own political party say they want him to stay on board. But though it's not absolutely clear in what role. You know, one of the things that's interesting is that since he's been off the scene, a number of political leaders on the right of Brazilian politics have come to the fore, including his own wife, Michelle, incidentally. So what his role would be isn't entirely clear. But I think it is the case that the Liberal Party would like to use his populist skills, particularly with municipal elections coming up next year, maybe as many as 1,500 mayors to be elected. They would like Bolsonaro to be on the stump with them because he's got those skills. He can rouse the people to come out onto the street. He's very good on social media. So, you know, whether he's going to play the role of leader of the opposition at this stage isn't clear. But he's certainly staying in politics for the time being.
And beyond the politics, I suppose this is also a gamble as well for Bolsonaro because he does possibly face criminal charges.
Yeah, I mean, this is the other thing, the other part of the equation that he's had to consider these last three months. What happens when he comes back? Because this is the first time since 1989 that Bolsonaro has not held public office. And that leaves him open to the possibility of criminal charges being brought against him. There are a number of possible investigations. I mean, apparently as many as a dozen, if you believe some people. But some of the bigger ones are the one you've already mentioned. Did he or did he not incite the crowd to storm the Parliament building in January of this year? He has argued it's got nothing to do with him. But others will say that through his use of social media, by his refusal to accept the result of the election on October the 30th, and so on, that he played a role in inciting the crowd. He's also charged with genocide against the native peoples of the Amazon whilst he was in office. And there's a big, and this could be the first one to come up against him, charge of embezzlement of public money, not declaring a gift he was given by the Saudi Arabian government of jewelry worth at least $3 million, which apparently was intended for his wife, Michelle. There was another gift as well from the Saudi Arabian government, which he didn't initially declare, but eventually did return to the government. But those are hanging over him. That could be the one that comes up first, and it could be very damaging.
Rob Parsons, thank you very much indeed.